right to get you. Oh, he got her choked down too. First fish of the morning, hopefully not our last one. Not too shabby. Well, they're getting a little better. Oh, this is a heavy one. Oh, he just fighting like a big.
Big quality fish, though. Woo.
There's another one. Thanks, Pete. This sure is a lot of fun.
Catch one more, and you'll convince me I need to switch baits.
That was on that middle hook, too.
Yeah, 95% of them fish always come on that longer wire, that center wire. It seems like.
He had me all wrapped up. I had to get some.
That's just about the same spot, same area you caught the last one. Good thing I got you long.
I'll show you what we did on our A-rig. And the last couple of weeks, Pete's been testing these and all the pros been testing them. We lengthened the metal wire, and this is about 90% of the fish come on this longer wire. And the teasers, we shorten them up a little bit. It's helped with not getting tangled. Changed the clips, got better clips in them. Haven't lost any fish. I've been throwing it for 2 days and haven't had any trouble with them. So check them out on the webpage, or if you run into Pete, he has some, you can buy them from him. But the main thing is when you put your baits on there, they're working better if they're Texas rigged, like on a swim bait hook type deal. You can bring them right through the trees. They don't get tangled. You can ease it through the trees, and we're having to go in the timber to get bit, and that's how it's been for what, 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, and I think that one you got with the shorter wire, just from seeing what we're fishing today, I'm fishing the longer wire version, and yours is definitely coming through the timber a lot more, a lot better than mine is. I'm getting hung up where you're gliding through.
Right.
And a lot of that could be too where you've got your bait Texas rigged, I've got mine open hook too.
Yep. So just play with them until you find something that works good for you, but the shorter wires are what we're pumping out now, especially with the longer center wire is where we get most of our bites. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just awesome.
Yeah, and I think that center wire, it's just the nature of the fish, that's the last bait they're seeing, it's kind of out of the group, out of the school. It's just kind of like a deer. If you see a coyote take a deer down, it's not going to go take the healthy one. It's going to take the one that's kind of straying away from the rest of the herd. But same thing with the school of shad. A lot of them bigger fish aren't coming up into the shad to feed. They're laying down there and waiting for the weak one to come down too.
And right now the water's cold, so they're not chasing bait. They're kind of sneaking up on them. We're winding this thing real slow, and I'd like to catch like a 9-pounder. If you got a place where we can catch a 9-pounder.
Well, I got a couple places we can try. It's a good thing I got you long today, because you're the only one that's catching any fish.
Just missed that one.
And a lot of times when you miss them like that, if a guy will just keep a steady retrieve, if the fish didn't get a hook in his mouth, they'll usually come back and bite it again. And the problem with running them dummy baits is a lot of times he could be biting on the one that doesn't have a hook in it.
Yep. That's where I screw up. I need to do mine. I just need to reel, and when the fish pulls down, then jerk. But
that's the best way to fish it. It's kind of like a swim bait, and it's hard not to jerk whenever they bite. I tell people, don't jerk, just keep reeling. But I find myself, especially first thing in the morning on the first bite, I pull it away from them. You know, it's hard just to keep real
Like
and steady.
I did right there, you know, I felt it and I jerked. I should just
It's
kept
so
on
hard
winding.
not to do that because as soon as you feel it, you want to jerk. What we're doing, we're letting the bait go down. I'm giving mine about a 12 count, a slow 12, which I feel is getting it down about 25 feet, and then just slow rolling it from there. And we're keeping an eye on the electronics to try to figure out where the fish and the bait is suspended and get the A-rig down to that depth.
Out of all of these rigs that you throw, do you like this one the best?
Yeah, I started out when I got that first one at Kentucky Lake, the original rig. It's got the composite head, but for here on Table Rock, I find that yours, with the extra weight on the front, it helps get the bait down a little bit deeper. And I have not had a wire break on all of the rigs that you've been testing. Several of the other ones I've had, I don't know whether the way they've got them tied up inside, but they're breaking up inside the deal when I've got a big fish on.
Yep.
You know, I was talking about that one tournament, we had 3 fish over 6. We should have had a 4th one. The fish come up and jumped, and he got a little slack in the braid, and it was like, you know, you could hear the wire just break, and we got to look, and it was right underneath the head. Very big, but it's all mine. On the middle hook. You know, 95% of all them fish are coming on that middle hook there. Good fat Kentucky, he's been eating good. Thank you, fish. They got it good now. Wasn't very much, but it was a fish. Started. There again, it's on that longer wire.
That is an absolute toad.
Look at the markings on them, we call them tattoos. That's a nice fish.
Good job, Pete.
Thank you, Lord. I think it's just getting in front of them. There we go. We got them fired up here now. This 3 fish, back-to-back cast.
Get some head shaking to it.
Gonna need me to hold on to you there? Or?
I got it. It ain't very big. He just mean. I think Eddie wrapped me up in a tree. Not nearly as big as Pete's, but we'll take it.
Was that one on the longer wire?
Yeah.
You had what? 5 casts, 4 fish?
Yeah.
Once you get them fired up on this thing,
Cast number 5, fish number 4. I lost one back here.
all good quality fish. Look how healthy these guys are.
You know, this has completely changed the way we fish now.
Oh, it sure has. You know, at first, I thought this was just going to be a seasonal bait. But the more I play with it...
It's January.
Yeah, middle of January. You know, it's so versatile. You can fish it I got them hooked.
That is a dandy.
One of the baits he had was that long wire again. He also had one of the solid ones. There we go, there's the fish. What feel with that left-handed reel? These smallmouth out here are big meaty.
Yeah, this is smaller here.
Have to get them fired up. There's another one.
No,
No?
that's KY.
Them guys that were fishing out here must not have been throwing an A-rig either, that or they left us some.
Yeah, they probably haven't been gone very long. We pull up out here and start catching fish. They come back by and see that, they're gonna be mad.
Yeah. Not very big.
That'll work.
Kentucky. Good solid keeper.
On that middle
On
hook.
that center wire, longer wire again. Looks like something tried to take a bite out of the side of him. Yeah, this little rig that you redone seems to work great, you know, with the little shorter wires. I noticed my baits aren't getting hung up on each other near as bad as with the longer wires. But I think the longer wires too gives off a little bit better action on the baits, but like they're both catching fish. He's mean, little guy. I call him little guy, he's a keeper. He's right underneath the boat. What do you think? Had a lot of fun today on the Pig Sticker A-rig. You know, you guys have been doing a lot of little modifications to the rig and making it nothing but better, you know, and what we've been doing out here practicing on the water, as much time as I spend out here, when I find something I don't like, you guys have been kind of tweaking it out. I think we're getting it down to where we've got all the little niches worked out of it. Getting the bait to really work good.
I know I can probably speak for me and Al both. We appreciate the work that you do, telling us what we need to change to make the baits as best as they can be. I think the one we have now is probably what we're going to run with. Like I said, the small changes we made, they're not big changes, but they're changes that make this bait better.
Yeah. You know, it's just a lot of the little things like the snaps. I mean, the guy doesn't know what's going to work, you know, what is going to work and what isn't until you play with it. And I think these are a little bit better snaps. I think some of the other snaps, we were probably bumping them up against trees and opening that little hasp. You know, this with the locking system that it's got, we've never had any issue with any of the swivels. And just the nice clean ties that you got here where you bend them. I've seen some of the baits, they've got a little tag in, which what that does is it gets hooked onto the wire beside it, or even hooks onto the line. It could probably even nick your line. But I think you've got a real good rig here, and I actually like the fact that you don't paint the head. You know, a lot of other ones, companies are painting the heads, which make it look real good. But I don't want a fish biting at the head.
No, that's what we started out with, and you and Brian told us, if that head's painted, they're hitting it.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no hook up there.
There's no hook up there. We want them biting this, so this here is kind of good. It blends in with the whole rig. Like I say, the other one I think catches fish, you know, because
Right.
they look prettier.
Right. But this is functional. The wires are a little bit lighter than everybody's, but it gives the bait action, and just all the way around, just an awesome bait.
Yeah, and you can see with the lighter wire, when you pull the bait through the water, the baits tend to pull together. If you stop, you retrieve, it flutters out, similar to like a spinner rig. So I think you got a real good rig here.
Guys, I hope you enjoy the show that we did for you today. Pete, how did people get a hold of you to have them take them out fishing?
The best place is to go to my website, which is hookedonbass.com, and we do a video fishing report every Thursday night. Give you a rough idea. If you come, even if you don't want a guide, if you're just coming down here to fish, just check my website, and we'll talk about the latest, what's going on, how we're catching our fish, and it'll give you a pattern to get started with anyways.
And we got a direct link to Pete's webpage on pigstickerbait.com. We thank you for your business, and have a good day have a good trip next time you're out. Thanks.
Thank you, Jason. It was fun, buddy.